Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be doing a little chit chat Taylor Swift video while I make an Eras Tour surprise song bingo spread in my bullet journal. So I've made two videos in the past that are kind of similar to this. Both of them I was making friendship bracelets for the first one to go to the Eras Tour concert and the second one to go to the Eras Tour movie at the movie theater. And I loved making those videos because I felt like I really had time to just like sit down and chat about all things Taylor, and I feel like the comment section of those videos is really fun and vibrant just because people were like having so much fun chatting about stuff about the tour and about Taylor in general and about music. And I wanted an excuse to make another one of those videos, but I couldn't think of what to do because if you all know, Taylor just started her 2024 section of the Eras Tour, to which I do not have a ticket. People are mowing outside also, so I hope that's not too loud. But I wanted a way to like still be excited about the tour and involved. And I've seen a bunch of people on the internet, on Instagram and on TikTok, making a little like surprise song bingo board of all of the possible surprise songs for the tour, and then after every night of the shows you'll just cross off the ones she sang that night. I decided to make one of those in my journal. I've seen some people do it where you like make a poster to hang on the wall or like print it out or whatever, but I already do very elaborate things in my bullet journal anyway, so I thought I would just put it in there. While I sit here and chit chat today, I'm gonna overlay some of the footage of me making that spread in my journal because it was really fun. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, I know I said in the intro that I don't have tickets to like the second North American leg of the tour. If you've missed like some of my other videos in the past about the tour, I made a video like making my outfit. I did a bullet journal theme inspired by the tour art and the friendship bracelet videos, stuff like that. But if you missed those, I went to one of the shows in Philadelphia in May 2023 for the tour, which was so much fun. Literally like best night ever. And I did try to get tickets to the like second North American leg, which she's going to like 4 cities in North America, and I did not get like verified pre-sale for those. It's okay with me. I'm happy for other people to go see the show who haven't already seen it. I'm thinking about trying to get like a last minute resale ticket to one, maybe like the Indianapolis shows or maybe the Toronto ones, but I haven't completely decided yet. I'm doing a lot of traveling this year already, so I'm like maybe it would be better if I didn't do that. I am just intrigued to see if anything about the show changes, especially with the new album that we have to talk about. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but so far this bingo board is gonna be my way to be excited about the show. Secondly, I did watch the Grammys the other night. The day that I'm filming this is Wednesday the 7th, February 7th, after the Grammys. I was so excited to watch it. I actually was a little bit sick, so I was literally like in my bed like watching the Grammys on my computer and literally texting all of my friends about it in real time, about everything that was happening. I had so much fun. I don't know if I was fully on the Reputation announcement clown train. I had the inkling about it especially when I saw the changed profile picture, when she changed her profile picture to like the black and white sepia tone. But I saw a couple people being like, that's not like fully black and white, like it's a little bit toned, like a little bit brown toned. And I thought that also when I first saw it. I was like, I feel like that's not true black and white, but I kind of went with it anyway. And especially when she showed up, I was watching the like red carpet cam before the actual show started, and when I saw her walking in and I saw her hair first and the necklaces and the black gloves, that's what I saw first, and like the top of her white dress, and I was like, ooh, that is really giving Reputation vibes, especially like the necklaces and the hair, and she kind of had like a winged eyeliner kind of thing, which I was like, that's pretty Reputation vibes. But then when I started to look at the full body look of the outfit, and especially the corset back of the dress she was wearing, I was like, I don't know about that, because I've never really associated corset style and like the very drapey romantic texture of the dress. I was like, I feel like I don't really associate that with Reputation other than the black and white color palette. So I was like, I don't know about that. And then the necklace like watch thing said midnight, so I was like, okay, I guess it's like a Midnight's look, but I was like, I feel like this is not really Midnight's look either. And all throughout like the entire like red carpet thing and like the first half of the award show, my friends and I were all like going back and forth about it. We were like, I don't know what to believe. I don't know, especially because like Lana Del Rey was wearing all black. Aaron Dessner was wearing all black. Ed Sheeran was wearing like green camo, which I feel like is kind of Reputation vibes. But yeah, when she finally got up there, I was like, I feel like I know what's gonna happen. When she said brand new album, I like got true flashbacks to the VMAs in 2022. And honestly, I'm kind of mad at myself that I didn't really think about it earlier, because when I think about it now, even like a couple months ago when we were first theorizing about when Reputation was going to come out, I always thought like in 2021 she did the 2 Taylor's versions, 2022 was Midnight's, 2023 was 2 Taylor's versions. So clearly I feel like the pattern is 2024 new album, 2025 Taylor's version. Like, I feel like that's kind of what the schedule is for this whole project, and I have thought about that many times before, and I don't know why it kind of I lost my frame of mind about that on Sunday morning. But as soon as she got up there and she started to announce the Tortured Poets department, I was like, I know what's gonna happen. I didn't think she was gonna like say the name of the album like just right there into the microphone, but I'm really excited. My friends and I were just texting about it all night. It was so much fun, because I remember when Midnight's came out, she just said my brand new album will be out whatever October. She didn't say the name of the album, then we had to wait until midnight and then they announced it. I kind of thought it was gonna be like that, and then she just said the name of the album, immediately posted the cover art. I was like, oh my god, this is all happening so fast. I don't know how to process, especially because also, I don't know if I've ever talked about this on my channel before, I am a huge Kacey Musgraves fan also, and if you don't follow Kacey Musgraves, she just announced her new album as well. I don't think she said, at least of date and time right now, today, she hasn't said the name of the album, but tonight at midnight the first single comes out. But she did have a commercial during the Grammys that like teased it. She posted some pictures on Instagram during the award show, and I was like, oh my god, there are too many things happening right now. I don't know what to think about. I can't focus on anything. I was so overwhelmed, and the couple of like performances and awards that got announced after the Taylor Swift announcement, I was like, I can't focus on this right now. I'm like so overwhelmed. Anyway, I am really excited for the new album. My friends and I have been theorizing about what we think the vibe is going to be, and my immediate gut reaction, like upon just hearing the name and seeing the cover art, like before even the track list was posted, I feel like my first vibe is that it's going to be like lyricism focus, like heavy on lyrics, similar to Folklore and Evermore, like how it's very poetic storytelling, giant vocabulary within the songs. I feel like that's going to be the focus, especially because it is so like literature based. But I feel like the sound of the album is going to be a little bit more moody, kind of like Midnight's. I mean, Midnight's definitely has some up pop tracks, but I'm thinking similar vibe to like Maroon, Labyrinth, You're on Your Own Kid, Snow on the Beach, like similar to those. Maybe even like Question, kind of, Midnight Rain. I feel like it's gonna be a little bit moodier sounding, almost like sultry sound, but still like pop, because I feel like she's just a pop girl now. Also had a lot of fun theorizing with friends about what the fashion is going to be like, because it's kind of hard to tell. The cover art, she's just wearing like underwear and a tank top, so it's not really like a big fashion moment on there. I feel like also the red carpet look is kind of lending an idea. The first thing that I said is that it's going to be romantic Victorian like corsets, but also sexy, kind of like lingerie, sexy vibes, bedhead kind of thing, but also academia. I feel like a lot of her like street style from the past year or so has been a lot of like plaid, almost like varsity kind of vibes with like rugby shirts, stuff like that, and also like the tall boots, which I feel like are very academia, but also the like corset vibes and like the antique watch of the necklace from the Grammys look, I feel like is also bringing in that kind of like Victorian old school romance kind of vibe, which I really like the idea of. Another thing to talk about is the track list. I unfortunately saw a spoiler for the track list on TikTok, which I'm pretty sure is why she just released it without like any sort of teaser, or like when she did Midnight's, she announced the track list. It was like a big thing, the Midnight's Mayhem with Me, announcing each of the track titles. Like she made it into its whole own thing, and I feel like this album, it was very much, here's the track list, posted it very abruptly. And I don't know this for sure, I haven't seen anyone else say this before, but I would assume it's because it was leaked previously on TikTok. I saw it the morning after the Grammys, like literally woke up in the morning and I saw it on TikTok, and I didn't know at the time if it was real, so I read through all that. Actually, at first I thought it was like a fan like edit, like, you know, fan theory about what the track titles could be, like what sounds like would be the vibe. But then when she actually posted the real track list, I was like, okay, so the leak that I saw was actually a leak and it was just fan theory. Needless to say, I was kind of upset about that, but I'm still really excited for the album, and the track titles are very interesting. I have to say, in addition to being a big Kacey Musgraves fan and Taylor fan, I love Florence and the Machine so much. I have been wanting a Taylor and Florence collab for literally like my entire life. They both have such beautiful lyricism. I don't know yet if the song that they have together, Florida, is, or Florida exclamation exclamation exclamation. I don't know if it's co-written between the two of them or Taylor wrote it and then she's having Florence feature on it. I'm so excited to see their blend of voices. I'm hoping Miss Tay learned her lesson from the Lana Del Rey thing, that she just needs to have Florence's beautiful voice featured prominently on it the first time around. But I'm so excited for that. Also for the Post Malone collab. I also have a feeling that the album is going to be insanely sad. I'm getting sad girl vibes from this album. The only track title that I thought could be happy in some way is the one called Fresh Out the Slammer. Honestly, like Florida also seems like it could be a little bit upbeat, but I feel like every single other title on the track list, I was like, that sounds like something that would destroy me. Okay, yeah, all of these, literally all of these, I'm like, that sounds like the name of a song that's gonna kill me. The only other one that I feel like could be like, I don't know, less sad, maybe more like revenge-y, is the song Guilty as Sin. I feel like that sounds interesting. I don't know. And I also like that clearly the new color for the new album is white. I was talking to some of my friends about this. I was like, after this album, Apple is going to need to design some more emoji hearts. We can have more Taylor Swift albums, because as of now, all of the colored hearts are taken by an album, other than orange clearly, but orange is reserved for Karma, as we know. I know I said this before, but my current theory about the continued release of the Taylor's versions is going to be, this whole year, 2024, is going to be Tortured Poets Department promo. Enjoy the album, let it have its run so that it can be ready for awards season next year. I could see like somewhere at the end of this year announcing Reputation, but probably it won't come out until 2025. I'm prepared to eat these words also, because I was emotionally prepared for Reputation to come out even though it didn't. So like I said, I'm prepared to eat these words, and for Reputation to come out earlier, I'm okay with that. But my guess is Reputation announcement at the end of this year or very early 2025, coming out in like the springtime of 2025, and then debut, announcement, and release end of 2025. Finish up the re-recording project. And I do also purely truly believe in a re-recordings documentary of some sort that will come out at the very end after debut is released, maybe in tandem with debut, because I feel like that one is a less desperately wanted re-recording. I would say for most people, you know, I love Debut. It's my favorite of the country albums. I feel like it's just less hyped up than a lot of the other ones. So I feel like maybe it would be released with the documentary in tandem, you know, to help promote it and just to celebrate all of the re-recordings being finished. I also realized I haven't even talked about 1989 Taylor's version. I know I talked about Speak Now Taylor's version in a couple videos like a while ago. I'll have to figure out which one it was and I'll post about it. But I haven't made a Taylor video, I don't think, since 1989 came out. So I'll just do a quick little recap of that. I know I talked about before, I did a listening party with some of my friends for Speak Now Taylor's version, but when 1989 came out, like, we couldn't all get together that night, so I listened to it by myself at midnight in my room in my good headphones, and it was so fun. I do think I have noticed that on 1989, I feel like it has the most songs to me that sound stylistically different than the original. Whereas I feel like on Fearless and Red and Speak Now, like, I feel like some of the songs sound different, the Taylor's versions, but it's more because her vocals have matured and she's just so much older now than she was when she recorded the originals. And it's less about like trying to do something different with the production in some way to make it sound different. Like, I feel like the production was very faithful to the source material, but it's just her voice and her vocal inflection that has changed over the years. But on 1989, I felt like a lot of the songs, just like the production sounded different, like the actual instruments, and where her voice does sound a little bit more similar to her 1989 era voice. So that was very interesting to think about. I feel like the ones that stood out to me about the production being different were Welcome to New York, Style, How You Get the Girl. I took some notes while I listened to it for the first time that I could share with my friends, but also so I can tell you now. Honestly, like, all of these things, like, They are not real notes. Literally for Welcome to New York, all I wrote was, "Dear God, send help." And then blank space, I wrote, "This sounds so good. Like, unironically, this sounds so amazing. I cannot express. It is so pure. Style, I feel like I am ascending." I literally had my hand on my mouth the entire time because I felt like I was going to throw up. Best song she ever wrote, for real. Out of the Woods, I just wrote, "This is the greatest musical experience of my life. I lost control of everything that was containing me." Oh yeah, also, "I Wish You Would." The track sounds a lot different in that one also. But I feel like the important thing to talk about is the vault tracks because they were so interesting. I'll just start at the beginning and I'll do a little talk through of each of the vault tracks so that we can catch up with each other. Let me know what you think about each of the vault tracks from 1989 in the comments so that we can chat. Slut, my most anticipated vault track, I think, and I was so happy when I heard this song because it was so unexpected of what I expected from this song. I wrote, "The intro to this song is giving Reading Rainbow. If you don't know what I'm talking about or if you're not old enough, just call me an old fogey and it's okay." And I wrote, "I love that this song is actually so romantic. Like, we thought it was going to be some sort of savage clapback about slut shaming, but it's actually just, if they call me a slut, it's worth it." And all of the color imagery, I cried. I literally love it. I love all of the colorful imagery in that song. It's so beautiful. And yeah, I just like that it really subverted all of my expectations about the song. Say Don't Go, I wrote, "This song is so 80s. This is the most 80s sounding song in this entire album." And I agree. I always think, 1989, pre-Taylor's version, so minus the vault tracks, it is 80s pop sounding, but not to almost the caricature level that the vault songs are. Like Slut, Say Don't Go, even like Suburban Legends, they are so 80s sounding. They sound like they could have been in some like teen movie in the 80s. Like, that's how 80s sounding they're like transporting my brain back to that time period. I understand why she wanted to name the album that, because if these songs had made the original track list, I get it. Like, I get it. I also said about Say Don't Go, I love the call and response, the bridge is so good, and I said the yelling is giving Miss Americana, which it is. Now That We Don't Talk, this song is so good. Yes, from the very first second. This is so 80s also. Pre-chorus melody is angelic. I still stand behind this. The pre-chorus melody of this song, she says, "I told my mom," she said, "to get it off my chest." First time I heard that, my literal soul was leaving my body. I was like, I have never heard such an angelic melody. And I also said Bridge is so savage. Suburban Legends, this song is like, when I first listened to it, I was like, okay, that's cute. But now when I listen to it, I'm like, give it all of the awards. The song is so beautiful. Also so 80s sounding, like unbelievably so. I said very Carole King sounding. Like, I feel like it sounds similar to her way of storytelling. And I said bridge lyrics were insane. Let me think about what the bridge lyrics are. Is this when she says TikTok on the clock? Yeah. Okay. TikTok on the clock, adding Kesha, you know. And then let me just tell you, when I listened to Is It Over Now for the first time at whatever 1:30 a.m. on October 27th, I was standing in my room with my big headphones on. I don't think I have ever had a like first listening of a song experience affect me to this level. I felt like I was ascending. I was like, I am currently evolving to my final form. That's like how I don't even know how to describe it. I like felt like I was floating listening to that song for the first time. I would pay $1 million to be able to listen to that song with fresh ears for the first time again. Oh my god, I would die. I said, I love a bubbly intro like this. True, it like bubbles up, you know, in the intro and then it starts. And I said, I can already tell this is my fave. I probably wrote that like 5 seconds into the song. I said, this is wistful album closer perfection. If you know me, you know that I love to make playlists. I consider myself a playlist wizard. I have a playlist called like album closers that give you that wistful feeling. I'll link that playlist in the description if you want to listen to it, but I only put songs on that playlist where it has to be the last song on an album and it has to give you that feeling where you're like, I just need to listen to the album all the way over again so that I can get to this point in the emotional journey of the album and feel the most cathartic feeling I've ever felt in my life. I said, I am scream crying, period. I truly felt like my body was floating in the air listening to the song. That's what I'm trying to describe. Genuinely, the song is so effing good. It made me want to lose all of my memories I have ever made just so I can listen to it again for the first time with fresh ear. I love that that's like exactly what I just said. Whatever, 4 months later now that I'm filming this. And with that being said, I feel like I've chatted enough to go over all this footage of me making the bingo board. If I do a bullet journal dailies video on my TikTok and Instagram on a day after an Eras Tour show, I will show me doing my bingo board as part of that. I feel like that'd be a fun way to include it. I hope that you enjoyed sitting here and chit-chatting about all of these things. Let me know all of your opinions on the 1989 vault tracks, about the Tortured Poets department, what you're excited for, what new song on the new album are you claiming ahead of time. I have to claim Florida featuring Florence and the Machine because I am just a Florence girly, but I'm excited for all of them. I will chit-chat about Taylor to you soon. Let me know what other kinds of Taylor Swift themed videos you would like to see because I love to make them. And that's about it. Bye!